So we're caught up in drama. Everybody's talking, everybody's talking. We're caught up in problem. Everybody's talking, everybody's talking.
Hey, what's up, guys? How's everybody doing tonight? This is Chris, and yes, I'm back again with another video. Yes. I had to get some little party music going on. It's the third installment of our contest, so I'm excited about that. Looking for a winner this third go-round, so we're going to go over that here in just a second. Once again, thank you guys for watching and supporting and subscribing and sharing, all the above. So like I said, I really appreciate all that. If this is your first time happening across the channel, please subscribe. Click on that link below. Also, while you're at it, click on that bell. That way you guys will be notified of any new videos that I come out with. I've been doing this for a while now, and we're growing as a channel, and I owe that all to you. And you may ask, why should I subscribe? Well, I tell you why. I do contest giveaways, like I just said. I do streaming device reviews, so once I do the streaming device review, usually that is the contest package that we give away. And I also do a lot of build reviews, which I'm going to do tonight. We got a really good one for you guys tonight. We'll go over that here in just a second as well. So that's why. So don't forget to click on that link below and hit subscribe for me, guys. I want to be your guys' Cody source. And you know, if you become a member of this channel, you guys, we all kind of get along, and I see the same names over and over again with the comments. So thank you guys again for all the love and support. So first is first. We're going to talk about this build review. I'm not sure why nobody's done a build review on this that I know of, and maybe they have, but none of the major players in the in the Cody industry reviews and build reviews and so on and so forth, just, you know, kind of like my colleagues, I guess you could say. I've not seen anything, but this build has been #1 for the last 2 weeks. It's skyrocketed up to #1 from the beginning, and it has remained there, and it's just a very basic build. So if you guys are looking for something simple and basic, this might be the build for you guys. I mean, obviously there's a reason why it's #1, and it could be because of the support and the developers maintaining it and keeping it updated correctly. But it's been #1 for a while. It is the Perks Media build. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how to download that, install it here in a second. Once we get it installed, then we will go ahead and do a review on it. Alright, so like I said, don't forget to click on the link below, and for you subscribers that haven't clicked on that bell, make sure you do that, because that way you guys, as soon as I put out a video, you guys will be notified that I have one out there, and you won't miss a beat. Alright, so now one last thing before we get started here, the most important part of this whole video. We're going to talk about the contest. This is the third question of the contest. We're going to stay with the theme of the Marshall Thundering Herd football, since it is still their season, basically. For those of you guys that have answered the records, I've got all of the notations and all the emails of the correct winners for the second round. So you guys will be moving on, so congratulations. If you feel like you've got it correctly. The third question is going to be a little tougher. You may have to dig for this one. But we're looking for players that have played for Marshall from 80s on to present. I'm looking for 2 players. Can be any 2, as long as you name 2. And they have to be correct, that have played in the NFL. And I can think of 2 or 3 that have not only gone on to the NFL, but have done very well in the NFL. In fact, one is a well-known player, and most of the people out there may not even know that he came from Marshall University. But yes, he did play for a couple years for us, and has become a superstar, and now is doing commentating for CBS, I believe. So, with that said, once again, I need you to name 2 players that have played for Marshall from the 80s on that have gone on to play for the NFL. Remember, email me. Email is chriscaserta@mail.com. You all can also find it in the description box. And please do not please do not put it in the comments, because that way you give everybody the answers to the questions. So good luck, guys. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start out with the Fresh Cody 17.5 Krypton. I'm going to click that gear, and I'm already there, but you're going to go to System Settings, click Enter. We're going to go all the way down to Add-ons, and then we're going to click to the right. We're going to go down to Unknown Sources. Go ahead and click Enter. That's going to bring up your warning box, and from there, all you have to do is click Yes. All right, once that's clicked on, that means you can actually download anything to Cody. If you don't have that clicked on, you won't be able to do anything. It will block you. So from here, we want to backspace once, and then we're going to go down to File Manager. Go ahead and click Enter for me. Then we're going to go down to Add Source. Go ahead and click Enter. And then we're going to add a file source, so we're going to go ahead and click Enter again. All right, so we're going to enter this path for the URL, and it has to be exactly the same, as you guys know. Alright, so it is http://perksmedia.net/wizard. Alright, if you guys need to pause it, go ahead and pause it. Make sure you guys get it entered correctly. Alright, so once you feel confident that it is correct, go ahead and hit OK. And you can actually delete this if you want, name it whatever you want. Or if you just want to follow along with me and make it a little easier, just keep it as Wizard. There's no sense in changing it. And then hit OK once you're done with that. And as you can see, the URL is in there. All right. If it's not entered correctly, or if it's an incorrect path for the URL, it will come up with an error, and then you'll have to go back and check it. So it's something that you've done wrong or have not added in there. Okay. So once we've done that, we want to go ahead and go back out to the main menu. That's backspacing twice, or back-clicking twice, and then that'll bring us back to the main menu. So from here, we want to go down to Add-ons. We're going to go ahead and click Enter, and then we're going to go up one to the Install box. Okay, that little open box, we're going to go ahead and click Enter, and then we're going to go down to Install from Zip File. Go ahead and click Enter. Then we're going to scroll down to Wizard, which is what we named it, or if you named it something different, look up what you had named it. Go ahead and click Enter. All right, so from here, there's 3 options. We want to do the one that says plugin.program.perksmedia.zip. Okay, we're going to give it a few minutes here to actually install. If you guys have not watched my videos in the past, you can always go up to My Add-ons and then backspace, and then it'll bring up currently downloading add-ons right here. And once it's thoroughly installed, as you can see, it was adding on stuff there, but this has not disappeared right here, okay? When it actually installs and says add-on installed with the Perks Media icon, this will actually disappear. All right, so we'll give it another minute or so. Alright, as you can see, you didn't have to do a thing. The Perks Media Wizard came up. Alright, and all you have to do from here is hit Dismiss. Then you're going to go into Build Menu, and then you're going to have to probably hit dismiss again and then ignore. For some reason it didn't go away. Now you can see, because it's such a popular build, you've got 7 links here, so you shouldn't have any problems actually downloading it at a fairly good speed. So we'll go ahead and go with link 1, and then from here you just want to go in, and it says, would you like to run a fresh start before installing the latest build? We don't need to do a fresh start because we actually already have a fresh Kodi. Alright, so we're just going to give it a minute here, and it'll download. Remember, if you have any comments, you can definitely leave the comments in the comment box. Just don't leave the answers to the question in the comment box, okay? That's the key. Alright, I'm going to hush up for a little bit here, and we'll let it do its thing. As you can see, it's only 298 megabytes, which makes it absolutely perfect for all builds. I always recommend, if you have a Fire Stick or a Fire TV or a Roku, usually if you can get between the 200 and usually 200 and maybe 300, I'd say then you're in good shape. You should be able to download and install. You know, and I've always recommended that, you know, you try regardless. So if it's one of those situations where you really like the build and you want to try it, you know, all else fails, you can always delete it and get you a build that actually works. But always try everything. I will never say that a build will not work for this or for that device, because it may. I mean, if you have really, really good internet service, sometimes that can compensate for having a lower end device that doesn't have as much power or memory. So we're getting down to the end here. It's extracting its files. It's doing its thing. kind of excited to show you this because, like I said, that I know of, I've not seen anybody do a build review on this, and it's been #1 for some time. So, you know, I'm excited to show you. Like I said, it's nothing flashy, but it gets the job done. It's got a lot of add-ons and really all you need. But if you're into the flash and all the wizardry and everything in behind it, you may not necessarily like it as much. All right, so we're done. So if you need to pause it, go ahead and pause it, or you can resume, whatever. But that gives you the download complete message. It says to ensure all changes are saved, you must now close Kodi. So we'll go ahead and hit OK. And then we're going to go back into Kodi. There's a build that you guys want to see. Nobody really messages me with builds too much. I've had a couple people, and I definitely like to do things that you guys want to see. So I've got some people that I've talked to about doing titanium. The update on that. Kirk's build's going to be one of those that I probably will do another build review on. And then I've got some other things that are coming down the pike. Probably in the next video or two, I'm going to be doing a review on the Tanix streaming device. It's a very cheap device cheap priced, I should say, device that works really, really well. So we're going to be doing a review on that. And I also have a Lilbox Q2 mini version of the one that I gave away to Butch the last time. So we've got a lot of great things down the road here. And eventually, once I get my laptop or computer, we'll be doing some live chats. I could probably do that right now on my cell phone, but I kind of want to be able to log into the computer and be able to do the build reviews and things like that, or whatever, while we're doing the live chats. So anyway, that's some things to look forward to down the road. Remember, if you want to help support the channel, I always give you a donation link. I'm not begging for anything, so don't feel like you have to, but if you do want to, there is the link. I always provide the URL source for you guys, so if for some reason you're having a tough time remembering, you can always log into the channel and scroll down in the description box. And last but not least, I always leave my email address, so if you have any questions or comments, feel free to send them to me, and I will try to answer them to you. Or answer them for you. I try to answer as many as I can, so if for some reason I don't get back with you right away, please know that I will try my darndest, but I do get a lot of emails from everybody. So as you can see, it's a pretty plain build. We've got kids, we've got sports, we've got live perks, we've got all-in-ones, we've got perks fave, we've got programs, systems, and finally the widgets come up. We've got movies, TV shows, and we're back to kids. Alright, so we're going to start with movies. Now, one thing that I can tell you right now that you can't do is you actually can't click on the menu like you can on some. You can scroll up, and as you can see, you've got some of the top trending movies right now. So it does have the widgets, which is really, really nice. I like that. And you have the quick links into those movies, which is really cool. All right. You can also scroll down, and this is what really attracted me, and is probably one of the reasons why this build is so good. But you have Exodus, Poseidon, Covenant, Elysium, Terrarium, which is really awesome. Guys, if you haven't checked that out, it is a really, really great add-on APK file. I have it on my main menu of my streaming device, or NVIDIA Shield. You also have Empower Movies, which I believe is Titan. You also have Strictly HD, Box Set Movies, Revelations, All Movies. So you have a lot of really good stuff there. A lot of people don't have the Terrarium actually in their in their actual main menu or sub-menus, that's usually one that is listed as an APK extra file. So you got strictly HD, so we can check that out. Just randomly going into different menus there. We got trending, we've got popular genres and search. So we'll go into trending because that will be what everybody's watching the most. So it's actually pretty nice. It gets a little bit more visibly attractive here. But once again, you've got all of the movies that are the latest and greatest, I guess you could say. You can go into popular. And once again, these are the movies that are popular right now. Some of these you're probably not going to get a link to. I don't believe Jigsaw, they may have a cam link. But some of these are not going to have the HD links. Now, I did actually find out a way today to actually make your whole viewing process a lot better for Covenant or any of the add-ons that that you have the toolbox in there. And I'll probably share that with you guys on the next video. There's some pretty cool things that you can do to kind of help out that and the open stream debacle that we keep facing. Now, I will tell you one quick way to solve that problem is you can actually pair your device. So, for instance, if you go into Covenant and you pull it up and it says open streaming or whatever it says, restriction, I think, something like that. You can actually go into your web browser, sign into the link that it gives you to pair, and you can pair your device, and it will be good for 2 to 4 hours. So that way you're not having to actually go through that whole open streaming crap anyway. All right, so there's a helpful hint for you guys tonight. All right, if you have any questions on that, just let me know. But you can actually also go into Covenant movies, and you can, well, you can't do it from there because it's under the movie section, but you can actually go into the add-ons for Covenant, and you can go into tools, and you can add an API address, and you can actually save yourself a lot of hassle there too, because I don't know if you guys have noticed this or not, but here of late there's not been a lot of 1080p movies or better quality movies. And so the next video I'm going to show you guys how to actually access more 1080p movies. Alright, there's been a few 720s and lower than that, but usually there's just not a lot of really good quality sources. But I'll show you guys how to change that as well. But we have our main ones here as well, which is really nice. Alright, so moving on, we got TV shows. Same thing, you got Exodus TV, Poseidon TV, Covenant, Elysium, Revelations TV. We'll go into one of those. Now, the one thing that I did notice the last time that I logged in to this and tested it out, there was actually very minimal problems that I had going from from one menu to another. As you can see, we've got Triton here. So these are sets or TV sets like LMAO, I should say that, and some other stuff here. You also have highly rated TV shows. There you go. So if you're looking for TV shows that are most watched, here you go. Alright, so some good stuff there. And you also have the widgets at the top as well. Alright, next up is kids. You've got Wolfpack Kids, Bob's Kids, Watch Cartoon Online, Live Kids Channels, Animated Disney, Pyramid Kids, All Kids. So we can go into Animated Disney. It's going to bring up a lot of animated Disney movies. It looks like from the very beginning. Check that out. Brought to you from UK Turk Playlist. So there's a lot of really good stuff there for you guys. A lot of good contents for your kids. And you also have the widgets at the top that give you the quick links. Alright, next up is sports. You've got Sports Devil, so any great build, in my opinion, is going to have Sports Devil. You also have Project D, Bob Sports, Sports World, Supremacy Sports, Sporty, Planet MMA. You guys know I'm a big MMA fan. Nemesis Sports, Vortex. So if you're a sports enthusiast, there's plenty enough sports add-ons there for you guys, as well as the widgets at the top that gives you the different genres like brawl, checker flag, there's soccer, basketball, lacrosse, and so on. And there's hockey, Major League Baseball, football, all kinds of good stuff there. All right, live perks. We've got Mobdro. If you guys have not seen Mobdro yet, it is amazing. You could actually use Mobdro pretty much by yourself for the live viewing. You've got ABC, you've got History Channel, Sci-Fi, and I'm telling you, it usually works pretty good. You just click on the link there. Usually does not, so I'm not sure why it's freezing tonight. Let's try one other one here. We'll go into ABC. But Mobdro is usually pretty reliable. I use it quite a bit. But as you can see, you've got a lot of great channels here. I mean, everything that you want is all right here. So it's a great form. and the thing is, Mobdro is another APK file, and a lot of people don't actually put that on their actual menu items, whether it be sub or main. But you also have Mobdina, which is kind of like Mobdro. You have Turks IPTV, and you've got other live TV add-ons. So enough of the live stuff for you guys if you want to get into that. And you guys know how I feel about live TV. It's hit or miss sometimes with these builds. It's not 100% perfect. I would say probably not even 65% perfect. However, I do recommend if you have a Real Debrid account, it's very cheap to get, but it has dedicated servers just for its members, and so that means you're not going to be overflowed with, people, just land blasting it. So you're actually going to get a better quality, faster service with movies, TV shows, and so on and so forth, live TV. It's all kinds of good stuff. So I would definitely recommend it. I don't have Real Debrid, but once I get rid of my Dish, or I don't have Dish anymore, my Comcast, I will probably go that route. All right, so moving on, we've got all-in-ones. We've got Wolfpack, Triton, Bob, Unleashed, Turk, Pyramid, Maverick TV, Supremacy, Nemesis, and Benu. So we have a lot of all-in-ones there that give you just about anything that you need. We've got Perks Faves. So there's a 24 section or 24/7 section, all comedy. There's documentary, fitness, music, all news, paid perks, Fear the Dark. So a lot of good stuff there. We've got programs. We've got a speed tester. You've got the Wizard. You've got your video add-ons. So we can go into video add-ons and then look for Covenant. And we can go to Tools. And we can go to Accounts. And then what you want to do is you want to go down to where it says Alec. Okay, if you go to, you'll have to write this down or pause it, replay it, whatever. And I'll show you guys how to do this in a video. But if you go to https://accounts.aluk.ee, you can actually register, and you can register your email address and a username, and then verification through your email. it will give you a API key number that you can put in right here. And I'm telling you what, guys, it will do you an amazing amount of things. Like, you'll notice, like, your 1080p movies that we're not getting at all. Let me just show you. When you go into movies, and let's say you go into year, and let's say we go to 2016, and let's say we type in, or just pull up Suicide Squad. You'll notice at the top it's kind of small to see, but there's 5 720s, there's 429 standard, 437 total. But you'll notice, now I did this with the API, and I do have my API number in there, but you'll notice now I've got like 3 1080p's. Alright, so it does help, guys, it really does. And before this, I wasn't getting any 1080p's. In some of the movies you can actually get, and there's not only 3, but there's like 10 or 12 or 20. So there's definitely more content as far as good sources goes. And then if you get that open load streaming authorization, all you have to do is follow that link that it tells you down at the bottom with the pair, and you can go ahead and pair your device, and for at least 2 to 4 hours you can enjoy the services without having to deal with that open streaming authorization crap. Alright, so some pretty good stuff there, guys. Like I said, I'll do a video on it just so that you guys can see it firsthand. But you know, if you go, like I said, if you go to https:// accounts.alluc.ee, you can register, and you'll get a lot better quality streaming devices, or sources, excuse me, when you put in that API number. Alright, so the next thing is systems. You've got your settings, if you want to go into settings. Here's your weather, if you have a weather section. Most people don't know about that. You can also go into your add-ons from there, your interface. If you guys are wanting to know what kind of skin this is, it is the X Influence. A lot of people ask me that. You can also go down here to zoom and zoom out, or zoom in if your TV is not compatible with the build, you're missing some of the build. There's all kinds of things that you can do. Skin settings, you can take the audio out, you know, those little clicks. There's all kinds of stuff that you can do in here. You can also add to this build. There's not a lot that you can't do with this build. So you can go into File Manager and you can add your source like we did with this build. If there's a particular add-on that you want specifically, you can add it to this build. And then you can go into add-on browser, and there's your install from zip and install from repository. And like I said, you got system info if you want to go in that, program or profiles, I can't talk. And then we're back to movies. So as you can see, guys, it's a very basic build, but it has a lot of what you need, and it's very basic. And because it's so basic, it works probably better than any of the others, and that's probably why it's #1. But there's just so many good quality stuff in here. Terrarium TV, Mobdro. I mean, it's all right here on the device itself, or the build itself. So that's definitely something that I would definitely recommend. Alright, and here is Terrarium. There's a good list of all of your TV shows, and you can go up and you can change to movies. So if you haven't seen Terrarium, like I said, it's a great add-on just in itself. And you can do searches as well. Right here, you can pull up any movie. It should pull up any movie. Let's just try Taps, just because that's the first thing that came to my mind. And there it is right there. You saw how quickly that was. Pretty quick. Let's say we want to go up and do a search again. Let's type in, just show you guys that it is for real. We're going to go into Gettysburg. Well, shoot. Cannot type, guys. I do apologize. And we'll hit go. And look how fast that was. It literally brought up Gettysburg, the movie. 4 hours long. I love that movie. If you haven't seen it, it's a must-see. Trust me. It's got some great actors. Tom Berenger, Martin Sheen, Jeff Daniels. I forget all the ones that's in there. But there's like a ton of great actors and actresses in it. So check it out. It's a great movie. But as you can see, Terrarium is a really good add-on there, and it is very powerful. So that's pretty much it, guys. I give it 4 thumbs up. If I had 4 thumbs, instead I have to give 2 a thumbs up. I like it, and I can see why it's number 1. So I hope you guys enjoy, and good luck on the contest. Remember, do not comment the answers. Make sure you leave them in the email. The email is chriscaserta@mail.com. You guys have a great night, and I will see you on the next video. Thank you.